today or tomorrow, how great would it be to be able to call on the ultimate ringer? Chaddy Park legends, a team from the outskirts of Oldham, last night called up a man once described as the complete midfielder by Zinedine Zidane. Terry Jennings is the vice chairman of Chaddy Park. Morning, Terry.
Good morning, folks. How are we doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Who was this midfielder who ran onto the field? What was the reaction of your opponents when this red-headed figure appeared?
You can imagine people's faces, obviously, when one of the best midfielders the world has ever seen in the last 20 years comes onto the pitch, and Mr. Scholes is that midfield maestro. It was awesome last night. It was really good.
How did you get him involved? Is he a mate of yours?
There's a couple of us in our team that have known Paul since we were youngsters. Mine and his dad used to play together years and years ago for the Wilton back in Middleton. So it is kind of going back way back when. So when he retired from Man United a couple of years ago, we managed to get him down, and then obviously he went back to the team. And then after he retired again, then we got him back involved. And for the last 22 weeks, we've been running the league from North Chadderton High School, and he's probably missed 5 or 6 games. He comes every Thursday night, turns up, loves it, plays with the lads, has a pint now and again with us when we go back to Rose Lancaster, and then shoots off. Just one of the lads. Superb.
Hey, it's Dan Walker here from Football Focus. Hi, good morning.
Good morning, how you doing?
Was it, there's that famous goal on YouTube that Paul Scholes scored from like the halfway line. Was that playing for you?
Yeah, that was our team also, yeah. That was
talk us through that, because that is a cracking goal if people haven't seen it.
Well, if people haven't seen it, they can go and look at it on YouTube. It's had something like 1.7 million hits, but it's one of them where he sort of breaks up the play, has a little bit of a look up. It must have been 50 yards. The keeper was off his line. We're talking 9-a-side nets, and it's like 7 foot between the floor and the post, and between the floor and the bar, and he's just hit it perfectly, sweet spot. It's gone right over the keeper. The keeper ended up in the back of the net. It was just brilliant to watch.
Terry, just have a listen to this, because we should say, shouldn't we, that also this weekend it's the very last match of the day featuring Alan Hansen. He's going to be working for the BBC at the World Cup, but he will, after all the years, after all the insightful punditry, he will always be remembered for this.
I think they've got problems. I wouldn't say they've got major problems. Obviously, 3 players have departed. The trick is always buy when you're strong. So he needs to buy players. You can't win anything with kids. You look at that line at Manchester United today, and Aston Villa at 2:15 when they get the team sheet, it's just going to give them a lift, and it'll happen every time he plays the kids. He's got to buy players. As simple as that.
Terry, it's great to listen to that again, isn't it? You still...
It's one of the worst pundit lines ever, isn't it?
Or one of the best. Because
one of the best.
Everybody knows it. Everybody quotes it. I still think. I know Alan Hansen has been brilliant for the past 20 years, and I still think for all he's done,
wrong,
I think for all the things you hear when he speaks, you listen, and when he tells you that your team are playing well, you're happy, and when he says your team are rubbish, you're grumpy, but you know that he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
I bet in some ways Man United would like to wind that clock back, wouldn't they? If they could wind the clock back 20 years and start again with Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, David Beckham, or the Neville brothers.
They can't have Scholes, he's playing for someone else now.
No.
I just watched that goal.
Sorry. we did all the registrations on Thursday night in the late tab, and Jim White was there, so it's all been done and dusted. Sorry about that.
I've just seen that classic goal, Terry, on YouTube.
Brilliant.
Have you watched it?
Yeah, straight. I didn't quite get what you were saying. It's into a 5-a-side net, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just absolutely
it's more or less a 5-a-side net. It's slightly higher, but you can sort of see how much of a accurate sort of lob it needed to be, and it was awesome, weren't it? It was awesome.
Yeah. Listen, great to talk to you, Terry. Thanks ever so much.
There you are. He'll be ringing Alan Hansen, see if he can get in the game, won't he? Dan, thank you. What time are you on?
Slightly early, 11:30 on BBC One, everybody.
Previewing tomorrow.